Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our full moon chanting this evening for the snow moon at the end of February 2021. I hope you all are keeping well and that you're ready for this chanting session. Tonight we're going to be chanting Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. This chant is to Ganesha, the elephant-headed god. And the significance of this chant is that it removes obstacles. So before we get started, what we're going to do just for a few minutes is, or for a couple of minutes is, we're going to have a think about what obstacles we have in our lives. Whether it's a physical obstacle, a mental obstacle, or a spiritual obstacle. And we're going to think about that just for a minute, and we're just going to focus on that obstacle that we may have in our lives. So what we're going to do then is we're going to chant the mantra Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And these mantras are what are called fully loaded mantras. And this mantra is to Ganesha, and he's the remover of obstacles. And when you chant this, it sets a vibration that removes obstacles from your path and sets you on the proper journey. Again, whether that's a physical journey, a mental journey, or a spiritual journey. It's a nice idea to think of removing obstacles, but we have to be also careful. There can be unseen circumstances to removing obstacles. For example, if there's a small dam in a river and we think it's a good idea to remove that dam, and we remove it, and the water pours out and it floods somewhere further down the river and creates a disturbance in that place. So when we're thinking about what obstacles we think we have in our lives, again, physical, mental, or spiritual, we have to see a little bit into the future with them, that if we remove this obstacle, what are the consequences going to be? And of course, the consequences of any action that we make is we try to be happier. So try to think that if this obstacle is removed, that you will be happier, but also take into account other people. So that if you remove this obstacle from your life, will it be good for other people as well as you? Or good for your community and good for you? Or good for the whole world and good for you? So these are things that you need to think about when you chant this mantra and what obstacle you're going to remove. It's a good idea that if you chant this mantra tonight, you can use the recording. I'll leave the recording on Instagram and Facebook. And maybe do this every day for a short period up to the end of the month. So up to the next full moon, chant this every day and focus on the obstacle that you're trying to remove. So first of all, we'll just sit in silence just for a moment and focus on the area between your eyebrows or your heart center. And just focus on your breath to start with, and then move on to what obstacle you would like removed. This practice of chanting and chanting mantras is part of the Bhakti Yoga tradition, and it's one of the 4 parts of yoga. This is Bhakti Yoga, there's also Jnana Yoga, there's also Karma Yoga, and there's Raja Yoga. So the Raja Yoga is what you're used to. It's the doing your meditation and your pranayama and your physical asana practice. There's Karma Yoga, which is giving back to the community and working for others. There's Jnana Yoga, which is the practice of studying holy books and reading about philosophy. And there's Bhakti Yoga, which is the chanting of the name of certain gods and certain mantras to give you to bring about a change in your life or a change in your constitution. This is called Bhakti Yoga, and it's also, this part of mantra chanting is also Tantra Yoga, because we're trying to change something in the physical world by using mantras. And this is Tantra Yoga. So any other thoughts that you have of what Tantra Yoga is or is about, this practice is Tantra Yoga. So the first thing we'd like you to do is, I'd just like you to sit for a moment, nice and comfortably, whether you're sitting in a chair or on the floor or wherever, and just straighten up your spine and let your chin drop slightly towards your chest, and gently close your eyes. And just breathe in and out through your nostrils with your mouth closed. And focus on the area between your eyebrows or your heart center. And just maybe let the thought of something that has been concerning you in your life, some obstacle that has been stopping you doing something you want to do, just think about that obstacle. And don't attach any emotion to it. Just make an affirmation that this is an obstacle in your physical life, or your mental life, or your spiritual life. Again, don't get emotionally attached to it, just watch it and be aware of this obstacle. And just maybe commit that you'll chant this mantra for the next 27 days up to the next full moon. And as you chant it, you'll focus on this obstacle. And you'll use this mantra to remove this obstacle from your life. Removing this obstacle will be a positive thing. Tonight you'll commit yourself to removing this obstacle. And you're happy that the consequences of removing this obstacle will be positive for you, for your family, for your community, and for the world. You don't have to pick a certain time every day to chant the mantra. You can do it while you're out walking or working or cooking or anything that you're doing. You can just remember the mantra and just chant the mantra while you focus on the obstacle, and just let the mantra do its work and let the power of the mantra remove the obstacle. So the mantra is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So I'll chant that 108 times. If you want to chant along loud and chant it out, that's absolutely fine. Please do that. If you want to just chant it to yourself, please do that. If you want to listen to me chanting it, again, that's absolutely perfect. The power of the mantra works in all situations. And just enjoy the vibration of the mantra. This mantra is the Ganesha Mantra, so it's connected to your root chakra. So you should feel this mantra in the root of your body, right down at the base of your spine, right down between your legs, down in that area is the Muladhara chakra, and this is where this mantra has its biggest effect. It grounds you, it grounds your whole being, and again it removes the obstacles. So let's try it. I'll chant 3 ohms and then I'll start the chanting. When we finish, we'll just do a short meditation. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye 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 Namaha. Relax your mind. Relax your face. Relax your tongue. Just let your awareness go to your breath. And feel the air brush your nostrils as you inhale and exhale. Feel the difference in the temperature of your breath as you inhale and exhale. The coolness of your breath when you inhale, and the warmth of your breath when you exhale. Be aware of the breath entering your nostrils and going back to your throat, down into your lungs. And as you exhale, feel the air leaving your lungs, moving up through your throat, through your nostrils and out into the world. And be aware of the change that has occurred in your breath between the inhale and the exhale. Not only the temperature, but even the chemical composition of the breath has changed. And in the time between an inhale and an exhale, everything in your body has changed. Your blood pressure has changed. Your heart rate has changed. Your body temperature has changed. The cells in your body have changed. Just in that short time between an inhale and an exhale. We accept that these changes occur, and we don't attach any emotions to these changes. We chanted the mantra, the full moon mantra tonight, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, to remove obstacles from either our physical life, our mental life, or our spiritual life. And when we remove obstacles, changes occur. we have to expect that changes will happen when we remove obstacles. And we have to accept these changes the same way we accept the changes between an inhale and an exhale. Without emotion, with dispassion. Try to think of that word, dispassion. Try not to attach any emotions to the changes that occur. Accept what comes. Accept the changes. When you remove an obstacle, changes happen. Just accept the changes. Be dispassionate about any changes that occur. And just sit for a moment in silence and just listen to your breath and be totally comfortable and relaxed. I'll end this evening by chanting a Shanti mantra, a peace mantra. Purnamidam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnadamaya Purnameva Vaishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat, Om Namah Shivaya. And thank you very much for your company. I really enjoy that myself. If you'd like to leave a donation for this mantra chanting, you can do so on my Facebook page. Just click on the Book Now button and you can leave a donation there. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a lovely evening and have a lovely month, and I'll see you for the chanting at the end of March. Om Namah Shivaya, and thank you.